Wait, is that? No, it can't be. Is it? If you're a long-standing member of the channel, or just unfortunate enough to open your YouTube Shorts feed once a week, you may be aware that I'm currently hunting every single shiny Pokemon in the Scarlet and Violet Living Dex. It's even more unfortunate for me. These guys are the reason the next part has been so heavily delayed. If attempting a living dex yourself, you'll probably know the only way to hunt these guys is through hatching eggs. Well, I mean, you also have Pokemon Go, but come on guys, it's Pokemon Go. Personally, I like to hatch my Pokemon down in Area 0, as I already have most of the shiny Pokemon down here for the living dex, and it triggers this really cool animation when you're hatching your Pokemon, instead of this. But see, just a moment ago when I said, as I already have most of the shiny Pokemon down here, yeah, you can see where this is going. And man, I was not ready for this to turn into my entire life now. Things all started innocently enough. Plenty of awesome shiny phases, all while waiting for our first shiny starter to grace us with its presence. But there was one shiny phase that stood out against the rest. Wow. That is a dupe, chat, but that's a freaking cool dupe nonetheless. Hey, there's the great catch. It is a very good shiny. I know people were very critical of it whenever it first came out. I am not one of those people. I love shiny Flutter Mane. And I mean, you even heard me. I had affection for this little green goblin.
But you can't do this to me.
No, not that one, but he's pretty cool too. But then things just got weird. That Flutter... Genuinely, Rocky? That is insane. I was running out. What? I guess we now have 2 to give away, chat. For those who don't know, a couple nights ago, we found a shiny Flutter Mane just after Rocky left stream. The night of, Rocky has a dream of the same shiny Flutter Mane. Kind of crazy because Rocky doesn't even play Scarlet and Violet. And apparently in the same location. From there, we couldn't stop finding them. So, by the time of our 4th, this one really hurt, 4th shiny Fuecoco, safe to say I was a little sick of seeing shiny Flutter Mane. I wish I could say the same about chat. So, to try my best to silence the demons, I came to bargain. I'm doing your Flutter Mane emote. Tell you what, chap, if we phase on a Flutter Mane today, I'll get a Flutter Mane emote made for you guys. But little did chat know, I didn't intend on streaming the following day, meaning they would only have 1 weekend stream for their green god to show up. But it's a tiny little blunder on my part. I didn't realize karma was my public enemy #1. Flutter Mane incoming? Nuh-uh. I am manifesting a 0 Flutter Mane energy today. Oh, I was gonna say we're probably through our eggs already, but we haven't. I haven't even started. You're kidding! Chat, what do you want your goddamn Flutter Mane emote to be? No goddamn shiny starter, but I can find our 4th shiny Flutter Mane. Chat, if you weren't here last stream, I bargained with you. I said there's no way we find a 2nd shiny Flutter Mane down here. They only spawn at freaking daytime. You guys have been chanting for shiny Flutter Mane 4 days. Keep it in mind, dude, I cheated. I took a whole last day of streaming off, bro. I tried to scam you guys. We didn't talk about that one today. I tried to scam you guys. So even after an incredibly ironic emote was made, I figured our Flutter Mane arc had reached its conclusion. Chat had their fun. I was left with egg on my face. Good, wholesome content for the full family.
I don't want to breathe anymore.
But oh boy, was I wrong.
Shut up!
Give subs so Morgan has to hunch. Sure, chat. If you can somehow scrounge together collectively 20 gift subs by the end of stream, I'll spend the entirety of tomorrow hunting Flutter Mane. Oh, how those words would live to haunt me. There's 3. Okay, there is seriously no way this is happening. Level 6? Well done, Chad. Well done. I didn't think you'd do it. Just for good measure, once the gift alerts had stopped playing. That's just... Sure. This is a fever dream, dude. But, for some reason, they just weren't quite finished yet. The Flutter Mane tee. Okay, I'll get a Flutter Mane t-shirt. I'll wear it for one whole stream, chat. Can't be my first merch drop's gonna be Flutter Mane.
No.
Sorry. The people are paying for it.
Why?
You tell me! Not that as I... Chat, are you happy with your decisions today? Coco, thank you for the further 10. Varan, thank you for the further 10. Yous are nuts. There we go. You like to see it. You love to see it, chat. And just like that, with another shiny for the decks to boot, Stream had created a disturbing green goblin obsessed cult. Ensuring to fulfill my promise, a Flutter Mane t-shirt was created for the entire sleep block, and the only thing left for me to do was give the people the holiday they all asked for. A day probably not fitting for the amount of money chat had handed me over was now upon us. Having already amassed a stupid 10 shiny Flutter Mane already through phases on the shiny living text, it only felt right that we would retire at the end of the promised 5 hours with at least a full box of shiny Flutter Mane. And as fate would have it, literally raising out of the ground. Number 1's down, chat! The first green goblin of the day had been located. And number 2 wasn't too far behind either. Might as well get more money. Chat, I was joking about 2 an hour. That's a crit catch, that's number 12. With each sandwich being around 3 minutes, I would need a total of 2 shinies per sandwich to even have a hope of hitting the 30 total Flutter Manes before the end of the stream. Something that would look entirely possible as the next sandwich began. Chat. Rip, what you doing up there? Rip, get down from there right now. We managed to keep up the pace for the rest of sandwich number 2 and even had a teensy scare. That's a shame. That was only a little bit smaller than average. What wasn't average, however, was the following sandwich. Despite kicking off early with an eerily empty area 0, the final few minutes really came in clutch to pull us over our halfway mark. Chat, there's our first Flutter Mane of the sandwich. That brings us up to 15. Yeah, guys, you gotta stop asking questions unless you're like giving actual... Hey, there's the crit catch, ladies and gentlemen. But despite this incredible pace, even kept up by our following sandwich, I had come to notice something terrible. Despite now being well over halfway in the stream, we were actually a green goblin short of hitting our target. See, during my calculations, I completely forgot to account for regular human activities like Pikachu bricks, stopping to top up our sandwiches, and stopping to let chat stare into my beautiful blue eyes. A sentiment that wouldn't be helped as we continued on into the next sandwich. All started well, snagging a quick shiny and even a close second to follow. But it was during this second shiny something potentially catastrophic would occur. Dude, I would recommend... Dude, there's one at the back! I couldn't see past Riz fat head, bro. Feeling a crucial shiny all while already being behind the clock, this could have been run killing. But a little something would make me very quickly forget all about that. $22.5, baby. What's wild now, chat, is if we miss the goal by 1, cheerful words from me there. I'm sure that's not setting us up for failure at all. Regardless, we didn't have time to dwell, as the next sandwich would leave us on a knife's edge to find the minimum 2 shiny Flutter Mane we would need for that sandwich. As we approached our final hour with only 6 shiny Flutter Mane left to complete our collection, time was quickly running out. And our penultimate sandwich wouldn't do me any favors either. Really in need of an incredible sandwich, and even bringing in the big guns.
That Morgan guy. I want to say, Morgan is so funny. Funny looking. Ooh!
But even with that humor, we could only muster up 2 shiny Flutter Mane. And in a time where we had only found 2.5 shiny Flutter Mane per sandwich going into that final 30 minutes, it really felt like this challenge was going to be impossible. That we were going to fall just short, even if we managed to match our best sandwich yet. But you see, that's the funny thing about Pokemon. You can never truly underestimate your own shiny luck. Oh, wait, oh, we got a wall shiny. Chat, once you guys, that's number 29, baby. Crit catch on the quick ball. You love to see. Oh, chat, it's marked and it's big, dude. It's marked and a chonker. Hold the phone. There's number 28, chat. Dude, that just appeared out of nowhere. But right at the dying embers of our final sandwich, Flutter Mane number 20 man decided to pop up. Our fate had been sealed. It was impossible for us to come up with a 30th in time to complete the challenge. We really had only come up one short after all. Just as I was typing out our message of defeat to the Discord, a little moment of magic happened to occur. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Where'd the other one go? Chat, this arc has been stupidly insane. Somebody do exclamation mark uptime.
I want to say, Morgan is so funny.